I know I've been on a real generative AI video kick lately, and I'm just going to continue that trend. There's this really interesting new company that came out. It's called DID. And essentially, they have a new app that uses AI to make videos from photographs. This is such a cool concept, and I see a ton of applications. So today on the podcast, I'm going to be diving into how this works, how well it works, what the implications are. And let's dive into it. I think this is going to be a pretty cool topic. Welcome to the world's #1 AI podcast, AI Chat. I'm your host, Jaden Schaefer. Make sure that you go to AIbox.ai, link in the show notes, to join the waitlist for our new AI platform. We're going to be launching an incredible platform that allows you to build anything you want with workflows in AI. So you're able to chain together ChatGPT and image generators and audio generators to make really powerful apps for your organization, or you can host them on our marketplace and actually generate royalties from them. So make sure to go to AIbox.ai and join the waitlist. In addition, if you like the podcast, if you could do me a massive favor and please leave us a review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. This helps me be able to get better guests on here as they check the reviews to see how you guys are liking it. So if you could please do that, I would really, really appreciate it. Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast? I record and publish podcasts on a platform called Spotify for Podcasters, and I absolutely love it. Essentially, you can upload from your phone or computer, and it distributes to every platform that plays podcasts. They support video podcasts, and you can make money on the platform with ads or even podcast subscriptions, something that has made my life so much easier as a podcaster. So if you're interested, I highly recommend you give it a try. You can download the Spotify for Podcast app or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started on your podcast today. So DID is a Tel Aviv-based startup, and they're kind of recognized for their technology behind a bunch of different viral videos of animated family photos. But they essentially have expanded their platform to mobile users. After initially, I think they just launched this as like a web platform or whatever, but they have the DID's Creative Reality Studio that now allows users to pretty much bring plain images to life with AI-generated videos. And now you can do this on your phone, so I think that's even more accessible for a lot of people. But the company had initially kind of eyed corporate sectors for applications like training or internal and external communications, as well as product marketing. I think with the new mobile app they have, users can now really quickly access DID's services by, you just download the app, log in or whatever. You can opt for a pre-existing digital persona, which DID has created, or you can just upload a photo from your device. So it's the same way that Lensa allowed you to upload a handful of photos of yourself, and then it could generate like cool AI images of you in all sorts of places. This is the same idea, except now you just upload an image of yourself, and from that image, they can create like a talking head video of you saying or talking or doing, which is really cool technology, especially if you think about once people start integrating this with things like 11 Labs, it is doing like a voice clone or something, if they do it or if they do their own version. So I think the interface is fairly user-friendly on this. It lets you put text in 120 available languages. They have both male, female voice choices. And I don't think they do like voice cloning yet. So I'll be curious to see if they go with 11 Labs to do that, because it'd be really cool if you could like create like a voice clone on 11 Labs of yourself and then go here and get it to be like upload an image and have it be like a talking head video. Now you have a talking head video that's you talking, and all you had to do is give 11 Labs a couple seconds of audio and give this a picture, and all of a sudden you're able to do this. I think users can also customize the voice tone, so you can make it really cheerful, friendly, terrified, whispering, like there's a bunch of different options. That's kind of cool. I was looking at some demos of the tool. It's honestly impressive. It's pretty cool. It's not perfect, right? I think the lips syncing to the audio is not perfect, but it's pretty close. It's pretty solid. It's obviously going to get better. So I'd say just like imagine it being perfect, because it will be perfect soon, I think in a conversation about some of the underlying technology, their CEO, Jill Perry, said, quote, DID integrates a blend of unique and open source AI techniques. Central to it is a model adept at crafting video frames guided by audio signals. Our products powered by a potential API can render videos at a staggering 100 frames per second, which is quadruple the speed of typical real-time rendering, which honestly is pretty impressive. According to Perry, their CEO, while, AI enthusiasts are the primary target right now, the broader appeal is, quote, it's a tool for those desiring videos of digital personas, be it their digital twin, historic figures, fictional characters, or even ancestors. What the app truly offers is an affordable, scalable video production solution that's accessible everywhere. And like when he said the whole ancestors thing, all of a sudden that made me think of like, there was like a thing a while ago where like you uploaded a picture of like one of your ancestors and it kind of gave it like a motion, like the face was kind of moving and you could like imagine what they looked like a little bit better. Imagine this, like you go find your great-great-grandfather's journal or great-great-grandmother's journal, upload all the text in of like the stuff they said, and then you get a bunch of pictures of them that are like talking head pictures, and like you could probably just create an AI version of like one of your ancestors and chat with them and ask them questions about their life. I know my wife, her grandmother, who passed away when she was like very little, she didn't really know her, but she kept extensive journals throughout her whole life, documenting everything. And it would be fascinating, I'm sure, for my wife to be able to upload like the 20 journals that this lady kept and just be able to talk to her, ask her anything about her life and her experiences for advice. It would be so fascinating, and I guarantee that it'll get there. This is definitely an area that this technology will be used for. I think specifically the company DID emphasized some of the ethical uses of its technologies. So video can span up to 10 minutes, but the company is trying to ensure their platform isn't exploited or creating like deep fakes, that kind of stuff. So they've made a bunch of commitments to honor copyrights, adhere to some different AI guidelines, and refrain from licensing the technology to sectors that are controversial. They said they're not going to license it to political entities, adult content publishers, and weapons manufacturers, which is kind of interesting and, I mean, understandable for a lot of that. So before its mobile introduction, the desktop variant of Creative Reality Studio had around 60,000 registered new users daily, and they were creating about 150 million. I think they've made over 150 million videos. So the service's API has around 200,000 users, which is really interesting that the users from the API is a lot bigger than just the desktop app. The mobile iteration is set to, okay, one thing I'm going to say is I'm not 100% clear when they say that, like they said the API has 200,000 users. I don't think that's 200,000 companies that are using their API to like produce content or whatever. I think that it's like they gave out an API, a handful of companies have implemented it, and those companies have gained 200,000 users. So yeah, I could be wrong on that, but that's my assumption there. Open to corrections, do your own research. In any case, I think this whole mobile side of it is definitely going to be a lot bigger of a net, catering to the whole mobile-centric demographic. I think the move is essentially aimed at current users seeking to kind of streamline the mobile experience and potentially capture a bigger audience. DID's mobile services, I think, will operate as a subscription model, so it's going to be about $6 a month. And then existing subscribers of the desktop platform can like really easily continue their plan. And for those, I think they get like a 14-day free trial period, which is, cool. I think despite being headquartered in Tel Aviv, DID's like very global. They have a staff that like pretty much their staff's all around the world. And they said they're doing this to ensure uninterrupted services even during geopolitical disturbances. They specifically highlight the Israel-Hamas conflict, which is interesting, sad, that they have to do that. I'm sure there's a ton of startups in the Ukraine that I think have faced a lot of very similar things. So I'm sure they're seeing kind of that same roadmap and seeing what happened there and making sure to set up their company to be successful regardless. Perry, their CEO, said, quote, "Our team, both in Israel and globally, are committed to delivering unmatched support. Particularly, our Ukraine team has been exemplary in showcasing their solidarity with the circumstances in Israel." So last year, I think after successfully raising $25 million in a Series B round, DID, they made headlines with its Deep Nostalgia project and its offshoot Live Story. So both ventures centered around animating historical family photos. You probably have seen like these. They're kind of quite viral at the time. LiveStory incorporated audio. So this initiative saw a ton of engagement. A bunch of different people were using animated narratives of distant family members. DID's ongoing projects, I think, also include a photorealistic interface for ChatGPT, which is, I think, kind of cementing its place in the whole, in the space of AI-driven innovation. This is going to be a really interesting company to follow in the future. They're doing some really phenomenal stuff, so I'm excited to test them out myself and follow them as they continue to evolve, because, right, they started as just like they would animate a picture, and then it was animated picture, now it can talk, and it'll be interesting to see where that goes. It's going to be, an animated actor that you're going to be able to put in your own movie, and they'll probably play a role in that whole audio, video kind of revolution we're seeing with generative AI. So definitely an interesting company to follow.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. That's the sound of switching your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling. Harness the best converting checkout and same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Stop leaving sales on the table. Discover why millions trust Shopify to build, grow, and run their business. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech23.
Thank you for listening to the AI Chat Podcast. If you enjoyed the podcast, I'd appreciate it if you rate me wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you're looking for an innovative group of AI enthusiasts, make sure you check out our Discord channel and also our Facebook community. It's obviously a lot more interactive than a podcast, where we can actually share software tools, prompts that we're using in everyday AI. I'll leave a link for those in the description below.